Good morning, everyone. How's it going? Top of the morning. Hey, Tuna Melt. Oh, I'm still waking up. I had a really long sleep last night. I needed it. I'm good, man. I'm good. Yes, sir. Hey, Kev. So what happened over the weekend? Dogecoin still popping off. Ripple broke out. I mean, we kind of talked about Ripple breaking out on stream, so that's cool. That broke out. I talked about it last week this year. I said it was going to break out, and it did. Motion. Born in motion. What else happened? Nothing else happened. We're chilling all weekend. That's it. Well, I was working all weekend, but yeah. It'll be nice to finish this week all of our stock charts and get to the like official launch of the morning show. I kind of treated January like kind of like a beta month, I guess. Just really getting things set up, right? Really getting things set up, really getting the stream rolling, getting people aware that I'm streaming, getting all the transitions and stuff working properly. Stream's working great. Yeah, I'm excited. You guys are gonna hate me, but we're gonna go make a coffee in a second before we actually start for the day. Yeah, January was a good month because January really set us up for the rest of the year. So that's I'm pretty happy with the way January went. We're gonna make a coffee and then we are going to start. Be right back. I know I just started. I'm going away for a minute, but yeah, just patience and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Coffee in hand, ready to go. Ready to go. We're gonna get right into it. Nope. Gotta relaunch my screen here. Go. Thoughts on BQX? Probably happened on... Jeez, there's just only USD. I guess we're going to BQX BTC, right? Probably just some pump. I wouldn't put too much thought into this. This happens in crypto all the time. Like, this is so like... This happens in crypto all the time. It's just a move up. That's all. Yeah, it's just your normal move up. This is so normal for crypto. It's not even funny. It happens all the time. Is it due to bots? Well, the unfortunate thing about the cryptocurrency space is that the liquidity is pretty small, and it is controlled by a lot of like really questionable things. So whether this one move is controlled by bots or not, it's hard to say for sure. Am I saying it is? I'm saying there's a possibility, but I don't really think that people have the right understanding of bots when they think about bots. Speaking about bots, that's what the video is on this week. People have been asking me for years to talk about bots since kind of I first started like 3 years ago. People have been on about like, okay, Con, what's your opinion on bots? You should make one. Do they work? Do they not work? Which one should I use? I'm going to be doing a video this week on bots. So everything bots related. So I'm breaking down the whole entire idea of trading bots, AI with trading, everything there is to know about bots. So that's going to be super exciting. People have been asking me for years to do this, and I kind of stay away from it because I have a pretty strong opinion about bots, and I also have been developing one for 2 years now. So yeah, I have an update on that coming out, and big knowledge drop on bots this weekend. So yeah, that's going to be super cool. Hey Radu, what's up, man? Saturday's video related to futures. You guessed wrong, it's bots. If you didn't just hear my last rant about bots. Aunt? Probably just moved up, right? Like with everything. But I don't know, man. Do your TA on it. I don't know. Let's see. Let's take a look. It's right here right now, so that's fine. Yeah, next is this. Yeah, I mean, sure, can it break out? Sure. I don't trade anything but Bitcoin. Is this like, obviously the buy is down here, right? Like obviously your buy is down here and you'd still be in this trade trying to play the breakout and riding the trend, like riding this trend here, right? And you'd be playing this breakout trying to ride this trend. So so right now you'd be like this. Right there. Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure, on can have a breakout. But the buy existed back here. Like if you were trying to buy this, it would have been back here, and you would have just been in like a longer position trade on this, or you would have already been out in profits. And if you're already out in profits, then I don't think you'd have been out in profits yet on something like ONT. But anyways, the buy existed back here when it backtested the previous range. I did check out American Airlines this morning. All to be revealed Manos on Saturday. ETH. Lucifer asked something about Blueprint. Yeah, I mean, you could trade anytime you want. It's just, you know, expectations aligned with level of education is what I would say, Lucifer. The interactive quizzes on the website are really like the anchoring point for a lot of people in terms of trading. The interactive quizzes that you get with the courses, like that's really a huge turning point for people because it really helps them understand the concepts better. We know what will be in the video. No, you have to watch it. You have to wait and watch it. I'll simply say this, Yen V2, everything bots. When is BTC mooning to 100K? Today, man. Didn't you see my title? It's Moon Day. That's a complete joke. Don't take that out of context. BTC's not mooning today. I haven't even looked. TradingView sucks today. You think you're impatient? Jesus. TradingView is like being a piece of crap today. This is special. Perpetuals charts on TradingView are broken. That's nice. That's really fantastic. Oops. No. We don't want that. We don't want the library pan out. Hello, Bitcoin. TradingView, hello. That's it. This is the first sign of the end to come. This is the bubble popping right here. They're taking down perpetual charts. That's it. Fake news, just kidding. Wall Street bets? I don't. What about it? What's my opinion on it? Not much. Your TV is working fine. Mine's been a little wonky today. I have developer mode TradingView, so I get updates pushed through before other people. Like I said, it's the early warning signs that Bitcoin's about to burst. They're starting to take down perpetual charts. And they're testing reverse hacks right now on it. Complete fake news, by the way. Yeah, Wall Street bets. I don't know. What am I supposed to say about it? Kind of pointless. You want to lose money? Go to Wall Street bets. I don't know. I don't know what I don't have an opinion on them, man. It's a subreddit. What's the point of Wall Street bets? To coordinate pumps? Is that like, I don't even know what Wall Street bets is about. I think I saw the Reddit for the first time. Well, I've seen it before, but like I've been on there all of 5 times. I don't think I've ever opened a post on Wall Street bets because I know what it is, but it's like I don't really. What's your guys' opinion on Wall Street bets? Let me ask you guys that. You guys know more about it than I do. I don't know anything about it. To me, it just like, okay, let me see if I understand Wall Street bets. Okay, here. Wall Street bets is a subreddit that they use to talk about trades and call things out. Am I kind of on the right track there with Wall Street bets? Kind of sounds like collusion to me. Kind of sounds like the blind leading the blind, trying to get people to collude for their own profiteering. They're not pumping silver, Radu. The Wall Street bets has. You guys have to realize something. Wall Street bets has nothing to do with the way the markets move. Yep, that's what it is. Yeah, Wall Street bets has nothing to do with the way the markets move. They're not pumping silver, dude. I can promise you silver just broke a trend or something. It has nothing to do with that. Didn't silver just break out of its range right here? Silver just held its range. This has nothing to do with Wall Street bets. Guys, this thing has been laddering up since here. Here's target. So if you guys think Wall Street Bets is in charge of this is the target on silver, okay? This thing is already up, and this is your target up top where you would take a short or exit your contract. Just because this thing has been moving for the past 3 days, you know how high of a price you'd be buying down here compared to being able to buying the range here? Couldn't you have just said it's laddering from here, so let's buy above the next ladder point? So couldn't you have just set a buy like kind of above this if it's already broken its range? Like, you can pull this thing back to here, right? And here's the previous range right here. So it breaks above the previous range right here, right? So this is the previous range. It breaks above this and it's going to moon. And then it simply has a trend. Like, what are we even looking at here? You guys really think Wall Street Bets has anything to do with why this is moving up? If you guys do, you probably shouldn't be trading, because you're going to lose money if this is the way you're trading. You need to be buying these like levels down here. You can pull this chart back to like very simple moments in time and just simply say, oh, here's the base of the move, right? So we have to stay above this. And if we stay above this, we are going to ladder up. So you could even have just picked almost like a random spot and just say, okay, let's buy here, but as long as it's above it, we can make money. So let's just like buy right here, okay? Let's just say, okay, right here. We'll buy right here and hope it breaks trend. And if it breaks trend, we stay in the trade. If it doesn't break trend, well, then we can just get out of the trade. Like you could strip this down to such a simplistic outlook on silver, really just like not even putting levels out. Oh, look, I'm in silver. Let's see if it can break trend there, test trend. I'm just going to stop loss right here, actually, by the way, if we come back. We broke trend. All of a sudden, Wall Street Bets, I guess, if that's what you guys are saying is true, Wall Street Bets is pumping silver. You know, those people who, if they're actually decent traders on Wall Street Bets, they probably already bought down here and are just using the subreddit to profiteer on the marketing. Like, they're probably just getting like the idiot traders, the brand news, the idiot traders, the people who don't know anything about trading. They're just getting them to like profiteer their own gain. So this is like collusion, which is like, okay, well, one day Wall Street Bets gets shut down. Like, isn't there already talk about Wall Street Bets being shut down now? So this is not nothing. This is not like, I really hope you guys aren't falling for that. And that's all I'm going to say. I really, really hope like my community and audience knows better and is a little bit smarter than that. Real trades existed down here. This is just media propaganda. Exactly what I talked about with the GME video. Complete crap. And if people fall for it, then it's their own fault when they lose their life savings. People think that like day trading is just go on social media, go on Wall Street Bets. Just there's no smart trades that exist here. Let's put it that way. Only dumb money is entering right here. Whether it makes money or not, fine. Imagine the risk you'd have to take buying even this right here is like pretty high in my opinion. I just dropped the freaking drama heater topic convo starter. Let's see what chat's saying. I'm about to get imploded here by you guys, I think. Probably not. My audience is pretty smart. You guys are you're pretty sharp nails and pencils. Giving false hope to the common person. Yep, at the expense of people that they are trying to hurt. Yeah, exactly. Magical said it before I even had to. To pump low cap markets. They don't do that, dude. They don't do that. It has not. It just Wall Street Bets is like pure collusion. If Wall Street, like if there is I don't care whether it's Wall Street Bets or whether you want to call it the freaking trading brigade or the I don't know, the flower squad. I don't care what you call it. Any subreddit that's telling and advising people to buy things is like pretty much quote unquote collusion and will likely get shut down if it has any effect on the market at all. Despite like people saying, oh, it's not right, what they're doing is so wrong, they shut the subreddit. Then isn't that just collusion? Aren't they just taking advantage of people? And wouldn't I be along the same lines to go and like what's the shittiest coin we could find? Like, is there something called Pearl BTC? Is there like a Pearl BTC on Binance? There is, Perlin. Okay, here we go. Oh, apparently I've got some lines on it. Okay, that would be like along the same lines as me buying down here and then using my platform once it grows big enough to say Pearl's going to the moon. I've got insider information. Blah 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 blah. Let's pump the price, and then me selling right here to make like a free gain when I already bought down here. It would be like along, or wherever I decide to sell. It would be like along the exact same thing. It's like quote unquote collusion. It's using other people to try to profiteer illegally. Like any subreddit doing this, they won't be around. Actually, let's delete those lines. I don't know what this is, and I don't know when it's from, and whatever this is, I'm not sure. So I would simply just say, like, I really hope you guys aren't falling for that, because that's like really quite crazy that if people think Wall Street Bets has anything to do with this. This is already in a ladder up. It's already move already started down here. It already broke the range down here. It's just common sense stuff. More noobs in the market? No, I don't think it's better for you guys if there's more noobs in the market. They attempt to pump low cap markets up. GME? Yeah, what's GME at? GME dumping? Did our target get hit? Yeah, it did actually. Remember when we said this thing's going to move up to 250 and then 285 and then probably take a dump after? What did it actually move up to? 415 total. But anyways, it had its pullback at 250 and 285. Yeah, right here. Right here. Exactly as we called it. Somebody at WSB knows the charts, buys in at a good price and tells everyone else to buy to make it move faster. Exactly. It's like quote unquote collusion. And then if they're doing that, what's going to happen to the person doing that once they get caught? So I saw on news there's some like a guy, he's like a YouTuber or something. I don't know his name. I have no clue who he is, like Frankie Kitten or some random name like this. I don't know his name, but anyways, I would actually be surprised if he gets to keep his money. Like I would be surprised if they don't, like, if the SEC doesn't like go to him and hit him for like collusion or something like that, because that's basically what it is. Where can NVAX go? I'm not sure. We had something on NVAX. Oh, we talked about NVAX before. Yeah, we talked about NVAX before. I have no idea, man. Well, I would have an idea if I looked, but I'm not. I don't want to look at NVAX right now. Want to WSB rebranded to the Flower Squad? Let's go, dude. XRP, yeah, we talked about XRP last week, saying it was going to moon. Exactly, Callum. Narrative doesn't affect the science. It's just people in silver are just already buying at such a high price that if they think it has anything to do, they are very, very mistaken. The buy on silver existed back here when it back tests this range here because it's laddering long term. So this is the buy on silver, which, by the way, we took this when we marked it back in the day. And then there was another buy on silver, I want to say in here somewhere. And this is a recent level that I marked, but I've done this silver chart in the past, like years ago. And then it's just like the trade on silver is already happening. Like unless you were down here at the range break, there's no point in being in this trade. There's like literally no point unless you're in the move on the prior to the range breaking. There's like, this has nothing to do with that. This is just complete like profiteering. BTCD has nothing to do with the other coins, dude. If you're talking about dominance charts, like BTC.D is useless. You got to keep going through the content raffle, advanced future of trading, blueprint, butterfly effect, get a bigger insight of how I get my levels. In the middle of FOT, still losing money. Yeah, educate first, man. Before you start getting into the markets, educate first. I always tell everybody, like, if it's possible for you, take butterfly effect. Go through future of trading, have low expectations, right? Like it takes years. You can't just jump in and expect to be a home run trader like that, right? QLGN broke out a downtrend and entering accumulation, I think. Any thoughts? What is QLGN? Therapeutics? Qualogen Therapeutics. Nah, this thing could still be in failure. I wouldn't touch it yet. Well, I mean, it's okay, but just, you know, conservative on this. Yep, conservative on this. It still could be in distribution. It hasn't really done anything to create a base yet. Like I would be careful here. Just because it's moving sideways for a long time doesn't mean it's necessarily an accumulation yet. It has to have some kind of event that happens. Events is something in Blueprint that I talk about. Sorry, not Blueprint, Butterfly Effect. There's an event that has to trigger on this. So yeah, I really hope people aren't falling for like Wall Street bets crap. Same with GME. GME. This is something like, again, you guys saw my chart. This exists back in August. This is nothing that's, you know, all of a sudden news from Wall Street bets. And then you've got things like the SEC, and you've got oversight on all of these markets, by the way. So all of these markets have a level of oversight. Now it's the lowest in cryptocurrency. The level of oversight that happens is the lowest in cryptocurrency. I'm pretty sure this is some old levels. Let's delete all our old stuff here. The level of oversight in cryptocurrency is low. So like, just, you know, be aware of that. But you know, in the stock markets, like SEC's involved, there's hedge funds involved, there's insurance, there's like there's a lot of big dogs in the stock markets. Crypto is kind of like still laughable a little bit in that regard, but I would be shocked to see if whoever colluded the Wall Street bets, whoever did that, I would be surprised if they actually even got to keep their money, to be honest with you guys. So all of that hard work, over publicizing it too much, and it's like I'll be really shocked if that person gets the key, if the SEC doesn't like step in and just say like, okay, we're taking all your money. Maybe they won't, I don't know, but I would definitely think that's a possibility. I would absolutely think that's a possibility in the chart. In the that's amazing. Our level got hit yesterday from our session on Patreon. I would definitely think that's a possibility. XRP is the worst coin. I'm guessing you lost some money on that. Bitcoin. Thoughts on ETH? Yeah, keep watching. Rafal, or Rafal, I think, yeah, I say your name. How I say your name, Rafal. Keep watching. Educate first. Do your surgery later, just like a doctor. Educate before you step into the surgeon's room. Just like, you know. Oh, absolutely. FOT is valid for stocks and Forex, dude. Of course, absolutely. Doge is a worse coin, so useless. Morning, Austin. It's all the same, guys. Like it's Doge too. It's all the same. Like it's all the same. Doge broke out of its trend, had to move up with Bitcoin, just like we said. It's all the same. All these coins will do the same thing. They just follow Bitcoin. Just chart Bitcoin, make your money on Bitcoin. Don't worry about altcoins. eTorgo, I've never used eTorgo. Or eToro, I've never used it. I don't think the exchange has too much to do with the levels, but sometimes then levels can get bled through on exchanges. I only use like high cap, like high volume exchanges. I wouldn't use, like, just, it depends on what you're trading. Like trade tickers that are going to be you know, volume and liquidity is there. So we're officially in February. Summer's coming. It's exciting. Summer's coming. Well, spring is coming first, but spring's coming, summer's coming. 2021 is starting. Yeah, exciting times. I've got a new schedule coming out tomorrow or today. I'm going to be working on it today. It's the monthly schedule for February, so that's exciting. We're kind of through our beta month, which is January. Today is going to be kind of the last day where I take things slow on stream. After today, I'm going to be doing more of like the morning show where I hammer through coins. did research when you found out it was going to be investigated for securities fraud? Well, you should have made money, then you should have shorted it. Yeah, I don't know about all that. I don't follow that stuff, Bamfu. Pump and dumps, though, that's just kind of like low quality mindset. Yes, new FOT today. Not saying you have a low quality mindset, Bamfu. I'm saying people who follow pump and dump, the idea of pump and dump is just like low quality mindset. People like lose money on pump and dumps like crazy because they don't understand the way the charts work. And then people who are a part of them end up losing their money anyway because they either get investigated or, you know, the money gets taken away. It's just all just a low quality mindset. Like, why spend your energy and time doing that when trading can be so easy? Hey, Julio. You trade whatever you want, six pack. I only trade Bitcoin with leverage. Pinch punch first of the month. Yeah, man. I think everything in crypto can just die, to be honest with you. Hey, Jed. I don't think that altcoins, I don't think you can, I don't think you should say that if Bitcoin does X, can all altcoins do Y? I don't think that's a good thing to say. I don't think making those types of conclusions are smart. Phil, sure, man. You've asked a few times. Why not? No thoughts on Phil? I don't really have any thoughts on this. I would stay away from it personally. This is Filecoin, right, Phil? Filecoin? I recognize the name. Yeah, I mean, I would, there's a lot of risk in something like this that, and I'm not sure if Filecoin has a bigger history. You know what? Let's check. I'm sure on one of these other exchanges, like maybe OKEX. Actually, I think Filecoin is relatively new, isn't it? This is Filecoin, right? Yeah, Filecoin. Yeah, I think when you look at something like this, looking down at the lower ranges is going to be your best bet to pick up a buy. So something like Filecoin here, who asked this? It was Kim Jong-un. Kim Jong-un, I think when you're looking at something that's a relatively new listing, I think you have to always be aware that the possibility for it to test below its inception price like this is like a big reality. So whether it does this or not, now that's another thing. But I mean, what if it does? How much do you lose on this? How much are you willing to risk on something like this? A small amount. So if you want to risk a small amount, you know, I guess that harm is all what you think of it. But you know, how often do coins have an opening inception price and then test like 80 to 90% below those opening inception prices, right? Like, so you'd be at like $2-3 here. So I mean, I think this is more of a realistic outlook on this. If this thing moves up, where could it even move up to? That would be my concern. Like, where can it move up to? It can move up to here, its first range. That's fine. How much do you actually make versus what you're risking? Like 26% to possibly lose 50. Like, this is just not a good trade. Could it, in theory, have a breakout because Bitcoin continues to move up? Yes. Like, what are you expecting to get out of this? So fine, it breaks all its ranges and it comes back up to here. Sure, it could do this, but I mean, the possibility that it tests a lot lower than its opening inception price is also there, or it just simply ladders above its opening inception price, something like this. It simply just says, oh, let's create a long-term accumulation ladder, hit $11 or $12 or $13. So I think this is a little too risky for my taste. Could it go up? Yeah, that doesn't mean it's not, it doesn't mean it can't make money, but you know, I've seen it since crypto has been around. Like, coins come out and then they test some crazy low. Like, just pick one. Like, pick one. This is relatively new. Wings. People like, oh, how high can this thing go? Go $1,000? I mean, sure. And then it was in this moment right here where it's like kind of the same thing as file right now, and then here's the the opening price, and then it drops below that, and it doesn't look like a lot, but I'm pretty sure this is a pretty big amount, like from $10 down to what, on wings down to $6. You see what I mean? So then you got to start thinking like, holy crap, there's so much profit I left behind. Even to here is 100%, or if you're lucky, you made 40% after being at risk for 40%. So it's like the proposition of the spot is kind of just a mute point. You know what I mean? Just another reason why I don't bother with alts. I really don't see the point when you can just 100x this stuff. Trading in the zone help? I think trading in the zone is okay. I think it's good and bad. Ended up minus 20% in XRP after 50% plus. How the hell would somebody be minus 20% on XRP right now? Isn't down here? Like, this is what we talked about on stream, buying down here, right? This is what we were talking about the other day. Like, if it can hold to buy around here. Ended up minus 20. So that means if you were minus 20, you would have had to buy kind of like right at the top of this. So you would have had to be buying up here to be like minus 20 right now. It's the same thing as Filecoin. Like, you could make 30, 40, 50%. So you probably bought like right in around here. It's just buying too high in the range. So you're buying like right in around here. Just buying too high in the range. Why not buy while it's laddering instead of pre-breakout? ETH almost the same price as BTC in 2017. No thoughts, dude. Stop trying to justify the fundamental values like that. That's my thoughts. Stop trying to both have upward moves. Stop trying to make connections like that. That'll hurt you in the long run. ICX. Trading in the zone, like I said this last week, trading in the zone is okay, but it's very dated knowledge that doesn't really... Trading in the zone is good if you want to open your mind to that mental analysis exists in day trading, but it doesn't really give you any tools. It doesn't really do anything to help mental analysis standpoint other than to show people that mental analysis is a thing. So it just kind of puts it on the map and just makes people aware that mental analysis is something that exists greatly in day trading. Great book. It's not that it's a bad book. It's just it's a little dated in what it's trying to do. Like when it first came out, Trading in the Zone, yeah, great book. A lot of people weren't really aware that mental analysis existed, but that's just like, somebody has some pretty deep stuff they're going through in life, forms of anxiety, and they don't know therapists exist. So you say, oh, did you know there's these cool things called therapists, and this is what they can do, right? And then it's like, okay, I didn't know that, but now I do. Now they, the idea of that a therapist exists can't actually help me, but it can help me understand that, oh, this is a problem a lot of people struggle with. And obviously there's something out there to help, because this is something that many people face. So that's kind of the thing about Trading in the Zone. Like, it's a great book, but it doesn't really do anything in terms of giving you tools, helping you kind of evolve your mindset, things like that. It doesn't really do any of that. So it can't really progress you. All it can do is like raise your awareness levels, I guess is the best way to put it. Great book. It's just, a little archaic in its delivery. But again, great book, masterpiece. Reason for only trading BTC is volume. You can make like 30, 40, 50K a day trading BTC. I don't see why there's a point in taking the risk in anything else. Thanks for your put. It is very valuable. No problem, man. I hope that helped. Yeah. Like I said, Kim Jong, anytime you're looking at these kind of coins that haven't, like, okay, you know what? I'll do another one for you. What's that other one that's just like wings? It's like the same concept. Bell USDT? Yeah, Bell, right? Bell. Here's another one. I'm not sure what we have on this chart, but this is like another one, right? Like Bell. It would be like under the same kind of ideology, right? Like, here's an opening price. and these coins can definitely test down much lower than their opening price, and then so like Filecoin would be somewhere like up here. Is there something else that's come out recently? Like what about, wasn't there one called XVS? There was, I know, because I took a 90% trade on XVS. No, it wasn't XVS. What was that other one? Here, let me check my phone, because I have like my old watch list on my phone. It was like super old. Sushi? Yeah, Sushi was one. Yeah, because I have a chart on Sushi, right? Sushi is another one, and it's like, okay, well, here's the opening price, right? Here's kind of like, you can even say like, fine, this is the opening price up here, but fine, that's fine. You can even just use this, and it's like, oh, look how much lower something can go. So why take all that extra risk? Like all of these coins, they can get to these points of like extreme dramatics where they just drop their value so much, it's crazy. Back when Sushi was down at like 50-60 cents, I had talked about in Road to 1 Million how it's going to push back somewhere between $7 and $10. So that's nice to see Sushi did this. People were so panicked about Sushi. It's like, whoa, there's other ones too. Like what's not, what about something else other than Sushi? Let me look at my watch list here. ORN, BZRX. ORN and BZRX, those were two of the newer coins. ORN USDT, right? Not sure what this is, but we just can delete that. Again, opening price. You can even just say it's down here. Opening price, and like, oh, look, it's starting to hold a range, and like it can break down so much. What was the other one? What is this? ORN? What about BZRX? It's just all these like brand new pairings. They can all do kind of the same thing. Well, we have a chart on this. I don't know when this is from, but apparently it's pretty good. It would have been from back here. So this is where you would have bought, right? And you'd be up close to 200. Not bad. Okay, well, whatever. This is an old chart. Don't need it anymore. Same thing. Like, you know, you could say like, oh, this thing is stabilizing right here, and then it still loses like 30 or 40% in this little candle, because the price difference here is massive, right? Like this is, it might not look like a lot given the grand scheme of the chart, but when you're in these like lower hemispheres, like, look, that's another 15% that it lost, right? So you got to be careful, and this is already at like not an opening inception price like Filecoin. So yeah, just be careful, because you know these coins, what may look like, oh, it could possibly entering accumulation here and blah blah blah. You know, these coins can just drop. Like, I think Filecoin would be great around like $6-7. I don't think I would be touching it before then. And if it goes up, like, who cares? There's a million coins with a million opportunities. Why take one that's high risk? You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't. There's no. Yeah. What do you mean by promote my videos, Luis? Why don't you promote your videos? Like, pay for marketing on free content? That'd be a little weird. I use all timeframes, Turtle. Back from school. What's up, man? Always missing the buy zone. What to do? Increase your education levels. Made the stream. What's up, dude? Why trade alts? I don't know. Why not? Sushi, yeah. SXP? Uniswap? Good old Uni. We played Uni on the day it was released and made a killing on it on stream. A broker to use? I use my bank. LCX hasn't pumped yet, or ICX. I wouldn't buy something just because it hasn't pumped. What is this? UCD2? UCD2. Voyager? This? Oh, I would not be touching this thing. Yikes. Stay away from this. Maybe if you had a position open from down here, this thing's already gone. 7,000%. That's asking to lose it all. Uniswap. SXP. Yeah, gone. Don't touch it. Well, when were we on Bitcoin? Okay, you know what? We'll just do it the hard way. Typing. Jesus. Why make me type? Oh, it's a Monday. You can tell it's a Monday. Hey, man, I just came live from London. What's up, dude? Ear's doing good, man. Ear's better. Bad idea to trade options? No, I don't think it's a bad idea. What am I doing today? Gonna go to the bakery later. Good, Edwin. How's it going, man? Silver is going into free fall. Possible. Psychological levels are not a real thing. It's completely fake news. I don't know if silver's falling. It's just having a pullback. It's normal. ES1. What is that, like futures on some kind of energy stock, I'm assuming? ES1. E-minis? Oh, E-minis. This would be a chart that requires a bit more in-depth attention. Like this would be along the lines of SPX, right? SPX1. Well, I mean, you don't have to do SPX1 or like that's just the S&P. It would be along the same lines, right? Yeah, we're expecting a pullback on this. We've been talking about this pullback that should be happening here. I don't know if it's going to reach this low. That would be ridiculous to think that it can. Well, it wouldn't be ridiculous, but it would take some kind of like if I was setting a buy, I would set it right here, 2380. But yeah, you'd expect a pullback on E-minis just along with S&P, right? Is it snowing here? Let me check. Nope, I'm on the West Coast, man. You guys have a different part of the world that you get snowing. It ain't snowing here. Silver looks like a cliff on a 5-minute pro. Oh yeah, probably. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's laddering off its move, so it's, you know, it's still fine. Is it better to chart ES1 or the SPX? Well, they move together, right? So like you could chart the SPX and make the plays on ES1 if you wanted. They move together, so. Oh my god. I slept way too long last night. Wearing a sweater, I'm sweating. Armpits got greasy stains on them. That's nice. That's hype for a Monday stream. I went to bed at 6:30 last night. For any of you guys who follow my Twitter, 6:30 p.m. and I hit bed. I needed the sleep, guys. Last week was a long week, and this week's going to be another long week. So I knew that it was like, okay, last night. So we had our session last night on, or I should say yesterday with patron members. It was great. Actually crowned 2 winners for the mentorship for the January's month, which I'm going to be coordinating over the next day to get them in their time slot and everything. So anyways, yeah, I had a great day yesterday. Broke apart Bitcoin in a crazy way, and yeah, really looked at some smart ways to buy, and set up the assignment for this month for the mentorship contest. So that was cool. And then after that, I was like kind of a little tired because it's like a 3-hour session where I go like deep diving technical analysis, and doing that on Patreon live streams. Like the patron expert tier has a live stream that I do specifically on Sunday where I go through like in-depth teaching stuff. So that was like, yeah, made me a little tired. Got up, worked all afternoon, and then it was about 5 o'clock. And I'm like, hey, I'm gonna eat dinner, and then I either start coffeeing up for the night to start recording the next video, or I just get some sleep. And so I just chose sleep. I was just so tired from the week of video editing and doing all that. It was just yeah, it was just crazy. So I got some sleep, went to bed at 6:30, and now today we're gonna start recording the video on bots. It's gonna probably take all week. Like I won't be surprised. I'm gonna be at it every single day. Like this is probably gonna be, typically a video takes me 2 to 3 days to make after I record it, edit it, audio engineer, do renders, because renders take time. You just sit there and you just wait. Like rendering out like 4 gigs is like, hey, it takes enough time. It takes a few hours. Then you have to do a few different passes of that, not over top of each other, obviously, but then there's edits beyond initial renders that you have to go back in. So usually it takes like somewhere between like 2 full days. Like if I were to wake up in the morning and work till night, it would be like 2 full days to get a video out. This video is probably going to take 4 days. I think the video on bots, on trading bots, and AI and algorithms and quant trading, all these different things I'm going to talk about, I think is going to be huge in terms of like workload. I should say it's going to be huge in terms of workload. People have been asking me to do this for years, so I'm going to finally take off the gloves and go after bots. Not go after them in that way. Like I've been developing a bot for 2 years now that has AI in it. So I mean, it's going to be definitely Like I have a lot of experience with understanding how quant funds work. I've also helped different companies with their funds, and giving them advice and advised on different quant funds and different well, never a quant fund, but trading bots. But quant funds are a trading bot, basically. It just, I'm very aware of what they do. So it's going to be very interesting because I'm going to be able to give my opinion from two different angles. A high-level day trader and someone who's actually developed a bot and understands the data structure and architecture of bots, and how they work is like another layer of it. Like you have the data structure layers and the actual architecture of building them from a technical standpoint, and then you have the sciences and what they represent. And then you have the people developing them and what information is being fed to them. So it's going to be a very interesting video because this is something that people have been asking me to do for like years since I first started, and I just kind of stray away from the topic because it's just too in depth to get into. So it's going to be cool. Correct me if I'm wrong, Cotton. You're always wrong, Anthony. Just kidding. I don't know, man. I'm not too sure. You're the best at ever buying bottoms, catching bleeds, and your content has helped me so much, but I'm stuck on knowing the tops once the coins reach a new all-time high regions. Yeah, so Larkin, then you just hit alt-high, bottoms become tops. Simple. Do that to your chart. Thing about the science is that if it works on one side, it works on the other, and the data points are equalized across all points. And like buying bottoms and catching bleeds is like the highest level of day trading because that's where you can 100x. So how to trade or buy Bitcoin on your channel? Yeah, I teach trading. How to buy it, like pick your poison and just go buy it. Like that's simple. There's a million services out there that ask you for your credit card number and are very anxious to sell you Bitcoin. So buying Bitcoin, that shouldn't be something that takes too long to learn. Just a quick 5-minute video should teach you everything you need to know about buying Bitcoin. Buy Bitcoin. Go to Coinbase, enter your credit card information, whatever they want from you. Pick the amount you want to purchase it. You're done. Why did I change it, Todor? You got to get further in the knowledge set to understand it, my man. If you hit your daily goal, should you stop trading? It's up to you. Testing O2 text. I don't know what that is, but it looks like some kind of bot. Test bot in the chat, yeah. Be like a BA in the stock. BA? What's BA? Boeing? Wait on Boeing till it reaches like 140. I will be buying Boeing at like 155. Like right here. Thank you for your courses, my brother. You're welcome, dude. I'm happy that they're helping you. Happy they're helping you, Luis Miguel Perez. Clove? What's Clove? Yeah, Boeing could be breaking down. I don't know if I'd be buying at 155. I think I'd be waiting for a much lower level to be hit, to be honest, now that I'm looking at this chart. I think I'd be, I haven't really charted. I just kind of do a quick hot take on these things, but I'd be looking back in these ranges back here. Like a quick scan. Now, like if I'm actually going to make a buy, guys, I'm going to tell you guys something about the YouTube stream. If I'm actually going to make a buy, I go and I actually do a lot of research on this stuff. Oh, I shouldn't say that. Oh God, you guys are going to burn me to a stake. I don't do research. Okay, I don't do like fundamental analysis research. I mean, I research the charts. I break it down. I use my replayer tool. I go on a time frames. I look at stuff. That's what I mean by research. Chill out. I go, and if I say like, oh, I'd be buying this range right here, like this right here, I'll actually go and spend 5 or 10 minutes. And I'm pretty quick at this stuff. So I actually go spend 5 minutes at looking where a good buy is, because I'm really only interested in catching the bottoms or the tops and just playing the most extreme parts of the moves, right? Like I would only be interested in trying to hit whatever level this hit. I wouldn't be interested in trying to buy breakouts up here and stuff like that. If you have butterfly effect, you'll understand why. If not, just like catch the bottoms and tops because it minimizes risk to nothing, right? And so that's the only way you should trade, because you always exit in profit, so you're never not losing money. But if I'm saying like, oh, I'd be buying here, I'm not just like, it sounds simple. It sounds like, oh, there's a point right here and just kind of buy over top of it, right? Like that's just simply not true. I would actually, if I'm going to be purchasing a stock, I would go and dissect each range and say, okay, what's realistic? What has been happening? And then where's the actual target? So just as some clarity, when I'm saying like, oh, I'd be buying 155, I wouldn't go and actually buy 155, but if your heart's set on buying Boeing, wait till it at least goes to this point. I guess that's the point of this. If your heart's set to buy Boeing because you really like this chart, then at least wait till this point, because this is kind of a point in the current range. Now that's even another question, whether the current range can hold or not. Whatever's happening in the moment in the chart architecture is going to be completely different when it actually reaches this 155. But you know, if your heart's set on buying it and you're saying, oh, what about Boeing? It looks like it's going to break out. And if you were going to say you'd buy at 194, I would say stay away from this thing until at least 155. So that's what I mean when I say like, oh, just here. But in all reality, I would take my time and do my due diligence to chart this. And even just looking at this right now, it does look like it's going to backtest a bit of a bigger range here, like rate. So I don't want people to get too misled by that. Oh, just wait till it's 155, right? Like I would go and I would start dissecting these ranges back in here, and then I would dissect this range in here, and then I will look at to see what these have tested and what this has tested, and kind of what's a possibility. And just looking at this chart quickly, I would think that you could even be back down in these ranges down here somewhere. Like kind of almost looks like you could be testing like $95 and $95, and that's a big question because I haven't even really charted it, but just from an initial look on what these what this chart looks like, $95 looks like a range that can hold this for accumulation. So then I would be looking like down and around here. So I'm just very vaguely marking this thing. It's not like when I did my what's that other one we did? NVRA, I want to say, what is it called? I'm so bad for this. NBRV, just like when we did NBRV, by the way, like we spent a little time on this to see what it was actually doing, and that's where we got like our perfect buy on NBRV. Was it NBRV? No, it wasn't NBRV. It was another one. Oh no, I have to go look at this. I don't even remember the charts that I do. I do so many charts. I swear to God, there was something else that Austin recommended and we hit the level to like the cent or something like that. NVIV? I swear it was NBRV. Wasn't it NBRV? RNVA. There we go. Why don't I have it marked on here? Why don't I have it marked on here? That's a super weird. NRVA. I'm gonna just call this the Austin coin. It's not a coin, the Austin stock. Yeah, and then it's like, okay, well, you catch these extreme moments and it just reduces your risk down to nothing because now you're in the trade. Like this is where we were buying, right? It's kind of like what it has to hold. This is where you set your buy, and then it's like, well, then you've reduced the risk down to nothing because if this level breaks, then obviously the move is breaking down. So this is like pretty important to go and do your work, right? I shouldn't have went long. My views on Ion Coin, probably the same as everything else. You're spamming your channel link in WSB chats? Dude, please do. That's amazing. Cotton loves fundamentals, confirmed. Yeah. Oh, Bezgin, man. Thank you so much for the $5, dude. Thank you so much, man. Much appreciated. I have one last one. Genus. I have looked at this chart before. We talked about this. Stop shilling me to do your daily bidding, I swear to God. We've talked about Genus. Yeah, trade's gone. It's already moved on. I had a good short trade on XRP. Thanks for all the lessons, boss man. You're welcome, dude. I hope you made a killing on it, man. I hope my lessons are helping you like get the biggest stacks and the fattest cars and the juiciest houses. I hope you did really good on it, man. That's awesome. Okay, let's look at Bitcoin here and actually kind of try to decide what it's doing. So now the pressure's on because for 2 to almost 3 weeks straight now, I guess, since we started this thing on the 14th. So we started on the 14th. There was the 12th. We started. Didn't we start the first day on the 11th? So 1, 2. No, wait. What was the first day? We started on the 14th. So 1, 2. We're going on 3 weeks of 100% accuracy across every chart we've touched. So it's getting to be a little overwhelming because now the pressure's on. I kind of wish I would have already made a mistake because I've been so laser accurate. I tallied it up the other day on stream, and if everybody had followed every single trade that I called out on Bitcoin, where I said, okay, this would be a good trade, that would be a good trade, I think the total numbers, people would have been up like close to 200K now in profit. So I tallied this up last week, and it kind of like made me step back a little bit and be like, oh Christ, like probably not a good thing, because now I feel pressured to continue the hot streak, because I haven't missed a single beat on this chart yet. I've literally, it's not like a bragging thing, it's to say like now I feel like I'm pressured, because now like if I make a mistake, it's like fuck, because now people will like pay attention, and now they're going to take the trades, and I'm like overdue for a correction. I'm overdue for a mistake here, so it's getting a little stressful, not gonna lie. It's not meant to be like a meme either. I'm actually telling the truth. It gets a little stressful when you're so accurate and people start looking to you. And then like I know people are going to take the trades that I talk about, and whether I say to take the trade or not, people are going to be taking them. So it's stressful for me because now I have to be right, or otherwise other people are going to be, which I would always say, like, if you guys are taking trades based on me, please, please, please learn it for yourself. I teach it in great depth instead of just relying on me. Because even right now, my cycle is broken. Like I'm not trading like crazy right now because I'm busy developing content and stuff. So I even do an injustice to my own science by not giving this the full attention that it needs. So I just like, you know, learn it. Algorithmic, wait, teach us the difference between algorithm and heuristic. Your TA helps me have those wow moments all the time. That's awesome, Edwin. Pressures for tires, yeah. Yeah, my son is going to be a master trader. One day he's going to run it all. That's yeah, one day he'll just take over the world. Pinky and the brain style. Yeah, so what are we doing with Bitcoin? Rather, I should say, what is Bitcoin doing? The move is definitely getting more complex as it adds more pieces to its range. Like trading the other pieces before, you know, in a way kind of simple. Dude, I don't use indicators. If you're using indicators, you're in the wrong place, Turtle. I'm pretty sure you've asked this before too. Somebody named Turtles asked about indicators before, whether it's you or not. There's multiple turtles out there using indicators. If it's not you, it's a problem. Don't use indicators, man. If you want to lose money, use indicators. That's my advice on that. You warn the other turtle clan too. The other turtles out there. Warn the rest of the clan, the turtle clan for me. Too many turtles asking about indicators in the chat. Okay. All right, Cotton. Time to focus. I get triggered and chat baited. It's not my fault. I come here for the lulls. I can't help it. My eyes veer to the left. I see an interesting comment, and then it's like I always tell you guys, I'm like a dog chasing a car. I see any card, doesn't matter the color, and I just instantly am triggered. I go after it, chase it, bark. Can't help myself. So I think Bitcoin can do one of a few things, and I talked about this in great depth yesterday, so I won't break down why it can do a few different things right now, but I think Bitcoin has a few different options. So last week we talked about, and I'm going to try to get to a point where we left off so that people can follow along. Last week we talked about, I kind of left it off with this sentiment that out of everybody, I would love to see Bitcoin burn. I would love to see Bitcoin at $5. Yeah, $5 would be great. $500. I don't care. I'd love to see it burn. I think it's a huge bubble. However, with that said, I also said it does look like this thing's about to pump again. So that dates back to Friday, which was what date? Friday was the 29th. So we were actually was it Friday that I was saying? It must have been before that, because you know what? I was saying that before it pumped. So it must have been Thursday that we were saying that. Yeah, because it tested this level. It stabilized the move on the 27th. So once this had stabilized. Yeah, okay. So it was the morning of the 28th. So it was like right in here. And that was kind of the sentiment going forward, was that, okay, as much as I want to see Bitcoin burn, then it's probably going to have a move up. And so it did. So that's fine. So how can I say this? I think Bitcoin can do one of two things in one scenario. I think when you're trading Bitcoin, you break it down into multiple scenarios. Like, it has a scenario that can happen if it goes up. It has a scenario that can happen if it goes down, right? So very straightforward. In a scenario that goes up, we have two different possibilities. I think possibility number one is we kind of test right in and around here, 40K. I'm not going to pick an exact level. I'm just going to say we test somewhere above this. And then we have a pullback, okay? Option number two is it just doesn't test that at all and breaks straight up. There's not a lot of trades that exist in either of these scenarios, because the trades are existing down here or up at the latter point. So anyways, that doesn't matter if it can go to here and pull back. There's possibly a good trade that can be found in this range if the architecture developing this move up allows for it. So I think that's one possibility, is that you actually make your trend that you're going to use for the future in future moments for this chart. I think that's a possibility right now. I also think there's a possibility that this thing breaks down. What I didn't like seeing about Bitcoin is that it broke this range here and kind of failed to retest these already, and kind of just made like a new ladder point from here to here to here. So it's kind of just laddering down at the moment. So that's what I didn't like about this push up, that it broke this range back and didn't actually go after something much higher. With that said, I further my theory right now with this interior ladder that's forming. So not only did we not attack up here, but we kind of failed to form a ladder here. I don't think there's a set path for Bitcoin yet right now. I think right now it's stuck in between trying to hold this range to see if it can move up versus trying to actually make a ladder point that makes sense, because this ladder point is kind of like falling a little short to where it's supposed to go, to be honest with you guys. It should have kind of went to here to make a ladder point, but now at that point it's already tested so close to that it can kind of reset its entire cycle at the top. So I think right now it's kind of stuck in a range where this would have been a good buy just simply based off the ladder here, and then you wouldn't be in a trade right now other than this. So this already happened yesterday morning or afternoon or whenever it happened. We talked about this in the patron. So I think right now you're just sitting and waiting. I don't think there's any immediate trades because you're in between two ranges here. I think rather you'd be looking at losing something much larger than focusing on where the trade exists right now. I think that you have to be careful with the trade right now, because if it holds its current range, it could just simply easily move up. I don't think there's a smart trade to take on Bitcoin right now. I think maybe you could look at a trade. Oh my God, I don't even want to say that, because it could just break down. So I would wait till these ranges down here. I would wait till like one of these levels that I have marked on the chart down here. Like maybe like 30,200. I think I'd be longing like right here, 30,290, something like 260. This is where I would be looking. This is where I'd be looking to pick up a long. And if this can hold, then it's likely to create pretty good like 20-30% move up. So that could be like a, let's measure that out, what this could be on leverage. So you could do something like this and then move up past that. So this could be like a 75K hit right here. I don't know if I would take this level. That's a pretty big decision to make. The amount of money you can make on these trades, you have to make sure you're right. So, you know, I've marked a level, but before I actually enter a trade, I'm going to see the architecture of the chart and how it's breaking down and what it's doing. Exactly what it's testing on the chart before I can even ascertain that this would be a smart buy or not. But I would be also 100xing this trade. So there's a possibility that this level doesn't hold and it actually just completely collapses the move. And again, that's going to be decided, you know, in the hour or two leading up to the actual level being hit, or the hour or 2 hours, or maybe 15 minutes or 20 minutes. There's going to be some time frame, and that's always changing as well. There's going to be some time frame that allows us to see if this level is actually going to be hit or not. But this is where I would look to pick up a long on big leverage. 260. This is a tougher trade because the move is actually starting to it's easier to trade it when it's, you know, kind of hit a top and pulling back. Like these levels are pretty easy to see when it's hitting these tops of these moves and pulling back. But then if you like zoom in as moves develop further, it's either setting up for a big breakdown or a big breakup. So those are kind of in the moment decided. What is heuristic trading, by the way? I'm just Googling that right now. Googling it. What does heuristic even mean? Decision making simpler and faster through shortcuts? Yeah, heuristic approach. Solving a problem that uses a practical method or various shortcuts. Not possible in trading bots. Not possible in data typically. Maybe in, well, I mean data with trading bots, not really possible in data with trading bots. Sure, in other data applications, heuristic would make sense, but with trading bots, it can't because it's just like a rule set. So not really possible. Heuristic, not possible in trading bots. Algorithmic trading, another kind of burning hot pan that you don't want to touch. I just don't think Bitcoin is that great of a, I just think people overvalue Bitcoin. Olanat, I think the idea of Bitcoin is just like, it's worth what people are willing to pay for it, just like a Pokemon card. Some Pokemon cards with 150 grand. Maybe not that much. I think this highest value Pokemon cards like 100K. And not that I'm some Pokemon connoisseur, guys. I just, you know, I've seen the videos like you all have on YouTube. I just think the value of Bitcoin is what people are willing to pay. I don't think it's ever going to replace any kind of banking standards or any kind of currency standards. I'm waiting by the day, Gokus. I'm just waiting by the day, man. Excel. I'm gonna take a break on taking. It's Monday morning, so I was taking open charts, but I'm gonna just chill out on the charts for a bit. BTC retested my short entry at around 38K. Didn't think it would do that. You know what? Screw it. I'll do one more for you, man. I'll do XL. What is this? XL Fleet? What is this? Another airliner? Man, what's with you guys at airliners today? I wouldn't touch it. It's already gone. Wouldn't touch. I would wait till it breaks back down to like, I don't even know where, actually, to be honest with you. I don't even know where. This is in the moment decision because this thing's already retested its levels. I would wait till it gets down to like maybe in and around $12 if I was going to buy this. But again, I would make that decision in the moment. But what's with you guys in the airliners? What's going on? Everybody's like AAL. I'm pretty sure that's an airliner as well. XL. There was another one in there. It's like the 4th airliner. There's 2 more in there that we tackled. This is like the 4th airliner today. You guys really have this interest in these airplanes, huh? I like airplanes too, but maybe I'm missing something. Neo? I'm not looking at Neo. Dude, I was charting Neo back down before when it was like with one of my students. One of my old students was like a devout believer in Neo. He had like a whole big bag of Neo back when it first came out, and it was like some ridiculously low price, and now it's worth whatever it's worth. I'm sure he's like, if he's still holding his Neo, I'm sure he's like paid off his house or whatever because he had a lot of Neo. 195k is the most expensive Pokemon card right now. What is that, like a foil Pikachu or something? XP? AA has the same setup. I chart AA, like I have AAL on my list. Like I already have. Well, I'm supposed to. I have it on my. Oh, that's why I didn't mark it. Okay. Yeah, I know why I didn't mark it on here. Yeah, right here. I already have AAL on my list. Be looking to buy down here. Possibly lower too. Possibly lower. Possibly higher. Actually, possibly higher, like 1150. Have to actually look at this thing again. Sometimes I do these charts pretty quick because I just don't want to too much on stream. Wavefront. I want to get back to traveling, damn it. Hollow 1st edition Charizard, most expensive, damn. My strategy is education, man. Squeezy. Not really. Investing in anything? No, I don't really invest in things. Day trading and investing are kind of arch enemies. If you're a day trader, you don't like the idea of investing. If you're an investor, you can't stomach the idea of having to do it every day. You know, let's look at a few Forex pairings, you know, and I want to keep active on my Forex list here. Whoa, what happened here? Okay, no, we're on the daily charts. Okay, good. I was hoping we didn't miss something there. Okay, nothing here. Just want to keep up on this. Oh, JPY is hitting our target. Oh, god damn. JPY actually going to do it? We were waiting for it to break down a little bit more before taking it. Oh no. JPY was going to be one of my plays, but that's okay. I mean, if it breaks up, there was no buy for us anyways. We would have missed the buy here anyway. So, well, okay, JPY. This is why we're staying on top of our Forex. So JPY, interestingly enough, going to mark this for follow-up tomorrow. Possibly look at shorts. GBP. GBP, same goddamn thing. Come on, man, chill out. But this was actually probably we were already looking at this. So the GBP is attempting to break its trend. Nothing here. Right, because we were talking about break trend. Hit target, pull back. Okay, that's fine. Nothing here. AUD. So this actually did hit our short target. Shit. So we missed this one. Oh, I wish my brokerage was set up. Corporate accounting sucks. It's been so long I've been waiting for it. I got an email from them because they forgot to put, like, you know how you guys have street names? It's like whatever you live on, like 123 Anywhere Street. They forgot to put, they put like the 123 Anywhere, and then they forgot to put the street on it, so it held it up. I was supposed to have it last week, and then I got a call from my banker saying, oh, they forgot to fill in the street part of it, like you live on this street, like 123 Anywhere, and they forgot to literally type in like ST dot, so then it held it up. So stupid. Well, okay, whatever. Anyways, this would have been a sick chart. Man, that sucks. Okay, move on. I don't want to get cooked on this. That sucks. USD CAD, that's already happened. We're not looking at that. Following trend, go after a lower level. Nothing there. Alternatively, CAD USD. I think we also have a chart on this. Yeah, okay, nothing there. USD CNY. Take a look at Chinese yen, still approaching target. I wonder if this is going to be our next play on yen. It sure does look like it could be, and we might test a lower range here as well. So we're going to keep our eye on this. I'm marking this for follow-up as well. This is follow-up tomorrow. USD, what is this? CHF? USD, CHF, Swiss franc. Still kind of in a local breakdown, still going towards its target. We need to mark this for follow-up as well. The Swiss franc, then Euro GBP. Euro GBP still just doing its thing. Breaking down, and we have a few different areas here. So this, we don't need a follow-up on this. However, you will be looking at trend. There's no follow-up, no immediate like, oh, we need to see what's happening tomorrow. And USD KRW. Where's our level on KRW? We have a few over here. We need to move these over. Okay, you know what? We're just going to leave them there because I don't want to move the price, because for some reason I've marked those exact prices. Bang, done. 3 coins for follow-up. The Swiss franc, DNY, which is the Chinese yen, and JPY, which is what is JPY again? The Japanese dollar, but what is it called? Japanese yen. When's the sale coming? It's supposed to be at the end of the month. AGI? Nah, I haven't looked at it. On game? On GME? Is that what you mean, Larkin? Yeah, that's in BE. It's not just in, it's not like, BE is like ridiculous. Like, I just use very broad terms to help people in stream understand. I don't even know if I said, do I trade Euro JPY? Yeah. Is it on my list? Wait, let me see. Euro JPY? No, I don't have that on my list. I'm only going for like some top pairs. Whenever this chart is from, I don't know, pink dotted lines like 2019, I have no idea. But anyways, not important. I guess we could check how good, if we were accurate on it, I suppose. But I have no idea what that even is. I could have just been using this for example. A lot of times I'm just using these charts for like example purposes. This looks like one of them with these kind of dotted style lines. So whenever this would have happened, Jesus, this is an old chart, man. This is like 1.5 years old. Broke there, fell back. I'm assuming that what we were like, by the looks of this thing, it looks like we were like kind of charting it right here. And then it hits target, breaks trend, falls, breaks trend. Sure. I have no idea. Anyways, it looks like our chart was pretty good a year or whatever, 1.5 years ago that it was that we looked at this thing. Yeah, it was actually really good. It's not bad at all. Let's go. OG Cotton making moves. Not making money on this chart because I forgot about it. OG Cotton, man, that's the cotton we all need. That was pretty damn good. How'd you guys like the keyboard video, by the way? This weekend was a bit more of a fun video. I've done a lot of production on some pretty serious videos, and did the GME video in a flash because that was like, okay, people are just going crazy about GME. I was getting phone calls from everybody, like corporate clients and this and that, like all like people, like it was like that movie Groundhog Day. That's what GME was like for me. It was like but every day was every 10 minutes. It was like literally the same question, the same statement that I made, probably. And it's like some of these are commercial clients, so I can't blow them off and be like, oh, you guys just go watch a video. I can't blow them off like I blow you guys off and just say, oh, go do this. Not that I intentionally blow you guys off, but sometimes I have to for the betterment of the stream, and we keep moving and the wheels keep turning and the train keeps going full speed, right? Corporate clients can't do that. Because then if I say, you're out of your mind, stop listening to the news, blah, 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 they don't understand that. These are people who are sometimes CEOs of big companies on tickers we're looking at, or people in the S&P 500. It felt like Groundhog Day, the movie. I was dealing with people all day long, telling the exact same story, having the exact same rebuttals with the exact same answers, explaining as best as I can to somebody who's a CEO of a company who only really cares about their bottom line dollar, why not to pay too much attention to this thing, and people freaking out all day long about how they're missing it and blah, blah, blah. So I was just like, okay, I had enough by like 6 o'clock, and I'm like, okay, I got to make a video on GME because it's not going to stop. So I just made my video on GME, and then I was like, okay, well, the keyboard, it's a good time for a fun video to come out. So I did the keyboard video. How'd you guys enjoy that, by the way? I freaking love this keyboard. Man, this thing is my secret weapon, I swear to God. It's kind of like a haha too, because I put the title really clickbaity on purpose. I did like my secret weapon, and I made it kind of look like a turtle shell from Mario Kart as much as I could without like, going too much into the crazy editing and making it too wonky. My own little version of turtle shell from Mario Kart. Like, it's like my secret weapon is in the box, right? And it's just like kind of a haha, because people have to realize there are no like big secrets. It's just blood, sweat, tears, and education. Like, my secret weapon is my education, but also I love my keyboard. So like, screw it. Let's do more of a fun video. And it wasn't meant to be like too serious, but at the same time, it's a really big improvement. I used to have carpal tunnel pretty bad. Like, it got to the point with and I talked about this on Discord over the weekend. It got to the point where I couldn't sleep anymore because I was gaming, playing poker for years, hardcore gaming for years at like the highest level. Even like I picked up Valorant and I got 1 rank under Radiant after not playing Counter-Strike or any first-person shooter in like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. And then I picked up Valorant, got 1 rank under Radiant in like the first 2 weeks and just quit. So like, I was a pretty serious gamer. Like, I was pretty damn good. I played at a very high level. I played like my first 2 weeks in Counter-Strike, I got DMG and I held it as solo. I played and I got solo DMG and held it by myself. That's pretty good in Counter-Strike. If there's any Counter-Strike players out there in your first 2 weeks of playing Counter-Strike, to get DMG, that's a huge feat. To get it in your first 2 weeks and hold your rank, that's pretty good. So like, I'm a decent gamer. I've always gamed. I like games. I played them since I was young. Even in my old age of creeping up to 40 sometime in the next whatever years, X years, I still am okay for an old man. I'm okay as a gamer still. I could still hang with Radiance and Valorant. So rewind me 10 years ago, and I had like serious like carpal tunnel. I couldn't, it got so bad because I refused like day trading. I refused to stop playing games and day trading because that was my grind, right? Like, that's my thing. That was my grind. It got so bad that I literally couldn't sleep. It started with like wrist pains, pinky pains, numbness and tingling in my fingers. It traveled up to my arms falling asleep all day long, traveled into me falling asleep at night. And it was so bad that like one side of my body felt paralyzed. I was doing like advanced stretches 10 times a day. Like, it was bad. I ended up reversing all of that damage by doing compression therapy on nerves to stimulate collagen reproduction in the problem areas that created carpal tunnel, breaking down the scar tissue, and then redeveloping good keyboard habits. And now I can game for like 16 hours a day without a single problem ever. Like, I basically reversed my carpal tunnel, and it was bad. It was going on for years, and it got so bad to the point where I couldn't sleep anymore because like half of my body would be numb from like the shoulder down, which was then traveling into my neck and my head. Like, it was bad. It was really bad. 10 out of 10 bad. I ended up reversing my carpal tunnel, breaking down the scar tissue. And again, I could game for like 16 hours a day now, because not only did I reverse my carpal tunnel, and without surgery, by the way, which is another huge like question of debate, which I didn't think was possible until I did it myself. Reverse my carpal tunnel, develop good habits. And like, my keyboard is so important to me now. My chair, my keyboard. Well, you would assume not with my crappy IKEA chair, but I also am a stickler for cash. So it's like, I'm not cheap by any means. I buy nice things, but if I buy something, I use it. So I've had this stupid IKEA chair, cost me $100 and something bucks, but I've had it for like 3 years or 2 years or whatever. It's customized. I ripped the arms off. I adjusted to the springs in a certain way, and now we're making the best of it. So you wouldn't think so with this chair, but we're getting a new chair, so don't worry about that. But that was kind of like also important, a little bit of a haha video to say like, okay guys, like don't look for shortcuts. Stop looking for shortcuts. There's no shortcuts. So it was a bit of a haha. Like, it has a lot of my videos have hidden meanings in them. I plan them like that. That was this one's. It was a bit of a haha, but at the same time, very serious topic, because like I was a victim of like severe carpal tunnel to the point where I couldn't sleep. So yeah. And I had it for years. I had it for probably like 4 years straight. And I just refused to do anything about it because I couldn't, because it was like, you know what, I'm making money. I'm gaming. I'm making fat stacks of cash in gaming. So why would I do anything different, right? Like, no. Yeah, I've done that, McNamara. I've done that, like custom macros, what do they call them? Like keystroke recorders, to make my own even more customized macros that keyboards outside of the limitations of the softwares. Reprogramming the actual keyboards and config files. I've done a lot of that stuff, but yeah. I love this keyboard like a new car. I do. I love my keyboard. It's super cool. Like I said in the video, I'm a bit of a keep. So yeah, I absolutely love it. Can't you use some normal trading apps for now, Cotton, in the UK? I don't get how you can use a bank. Like, do they have trading platforms in the US? So you can just do like, okay, Larkin, so it's like this. You know how you go to your bank and you say, oh, I want to open up an RSP or an RESP. They're going to say, okay, sure. Pick your growth platform. So they're going to have like these different kind of portfolios that you pick from. It's going to be like, oh, the ultra conservative. This is in blue bond chips and bonds and different currencies, like very safe, expect 1 to 3% returns. Like, they have these different packages you can buy for like scholarship funds, like RSPs, RESPs, mutual fund savings accounts. You're not buying a savings account, you're buying stocks, but they just have different portfolios that are managed. So every bank offers this. So banks will allow you to trade your own stocks. So you simply just go to your bank and say, I want to open a trading account where I can invest in some different things or trade some different stocks, but I want to be in control of it. And then your bank will have a list and a platform. Now, some banks may not have this, but for the most part, they all do. They'll have their own software that you can use. You'll have to sign up for it. You'll have to do a bunch of paperwork, but then you can just pick any stock you want and just simply trade it through your bank, right? So it's like the same thing, like the color scheme, what key switches you use. I use gold and yellow Gaterons. Yeah, they're new. The gold and yellow is a new key switch. I've been waiting a while for them. They are already pre-oiled switches. So like if you want to buy keyboard switches, so that's something you can do. You can buy like keyboard switches. And if you like a certain profile, you would buy a specific lubricant. There's like a keyboard switch lubricant that you could buy that it's already lubricated. So the gold and yellows are pre-lubricated. So it's think of it, it's a yellow switch with a gold spring. So it's a yellow switch, gold spring, pre-lubricated. So it's an upgraded spring over the yellow switch that's already lubricated. So if you wanted to like build your own gold and yellows, which I don't know why you would, because the price difference is like $2. But that's what they are. Gold and yellows are yellow switches that have a gold spring inside the housing, and then they're pre-lubricated or pre-oiled. However you know them as that terminology. Love the intro on GME. Yeah, you seem to love that new keyboard. Yeah, the intro was kind of cool. I like doing that. Play Valorant for vid. Well, I play Escape from Tarkov now a little bit, but I don't have too much time. But I really enjoy Escape from Tarkov. I love the immersion of it. Yeah, but Valorant is a little too you have to go a little too hardcore in Valorant. I guess Escape from Tarkov is the same way. But when I do play the odd game, I'll play Escape from Tarkov, and yeah, I'm pretty badass in that game for a new player. I do some PMC runs and I kill some level 40s and get all their level 5 gear, and I'm just in some like level 2 gear with a whatever gun and just land headshots. And yeah, but I don't get too much time to play Brazo. But yeah, I do enjoy it for sure. And I'm sure if I put some time into it, I would have a lot of fun with it. But again, my time is so limited that I just don't do that stuff anymore too much. Yeah, Discord's only for the elites. Yeah, it's you can join Discord Squeezy on Patreon. You still play Underlords or TFT? No, just kind of did that for a few weeks. Yeah, I think Dota Underlords is almost dead. Isn't TFT like kind of the new meta now? Patron, here, you can join Discord on Patreon. You just need the $25 tier. Patreon, my Discord used to be like 5,000 members. I cut it down a huge amount. Secret Labs Omega. I'm a little biased in Secret Labs chairs. I've had chairs. I've been in Secret Labs chairs. Like I've sat in a Secret Labs chair, and I have. There's another company that competes with Secret Labs. It's a little higher end than Secret Labs. It starts with a K. I believe it starts with a K. I used to have one of their chairs. It was okay, but it fell apart. I really think if you're going to invest in a chair, you should invest in something that's not only going to last, but something that's like not marketed towards specifically gamers. I think there's chair companies out there that specify in ergonomics. And you guys want to see something really cool? Okay, one of my students, he's a bit of a baller when it comes to tech. He sent me this, and I want to show you guys this. This thing is like crazy. He showed me this thing. This is nuts. I want to show you guys this. I'm going to share this with you guys. Hope I'm not opening something I shouldn't be. I don't have anything like that. All of a sudden open some something I'm not supposed to. He showed me this over the weekend. I've never seen anything like this. This thing's pretty cool. This thing is pretty neat. I wouldn't buy one myself, but if I had, because I already have a standing desk. But if I didn't, oh man, is this thing ever neat? It's a standing desk that has the computer case inside of it. And then it has, you know, this huge space for motherboard. So it's not gimmicky, because I looked at this thing with my kind of raised eyebrow. Like, it's a little gimmicky because you can't really change it out. But I mean, the ventilation on it looks good. It's got these customizable buttons in the front, like fan, RGB, power, USB extra, up, down, everything you would need. Like, I don't really see where this would be gimmicky. It looks really cool though. Like, it's got tons of space for airflow through the front, back, and bottom. You have no space limitations in terms of mounting any hardware. You have no fan limitations for any kind of heat concerns. This thing is pretty badass. I saw this thing and I was like, wow, man, this guy is a complete baller when it comes to his setup. And I like this kind of stuff. So for me, this was super cool. Yeah, isn't this thing crazy though, guys? Look at that thing. That's nuts. And it's kind of a cool space saver too, because then you don't have the tower on the floor. And then for a standing desk, this is, I don't use my standing desk. You want to know why? Because my computer case is on the floor and the cords aren't long enough, and it's going to start messing everything up. Guess what? You don't have that problem. So this is really cool. I really like this. If you guys are interested in buying like a standing desk, I would highly recommend this, because that's the biggest problem with standing desks is computers on the floor. And when it moves up and down, the cords don't reach. And I have everything like zip tied nice. So it's like all clean, nice tubes and tunnels and these things. So this was baller, dude. Like, I saw this and I was like, oh man, like, shout out to this company, Lee and Lee, like free advertising right there. Lian-Lee, LIAN-LI.com. Like, awesome freaking desk. This thing is super cool. I'm so thankful he showed this to me. Herman Miller, steel case, Ergo Human, all fantastic. Yeah, Herman Miller, I'm a big fan of. Studied Herman Miller in architecture school because there's more to Herman Miller than people realize. And then just recently bought Herman Miller that I'm going to be reviewing. Key tips to stop carpal tunnel. Now that would be a good video. I really thought about doing that. However, I am not in any way qualified to give people tips. I know how I fixed myself. I can share some of the things I did on stream to help fix my nerve damage that I had and some of the carpal tunnel effects. I'm more than happy to share that with you guys to help. Hopefully, if people have these kind of same problems that I've had, I'm more than happy to share those things. But to make a video on it and then to wear the hat of somebody who's actually qualified to give this advice, I think would be a little obtruse. I think I'd leave that to the professionals. But I can speak to my experiences and what I did to fix my problems for sure, which I think would be universal solutions for a lot of people. However, to take the stance of like, I'm releasing a video on this, but, you know, I think that's a little wrong. I think it's a little disingenuous to get clicks for that. Although I did just release a GME video with bombs in the Twitter handle. So I guess disingenuous is out the window now. How many hours are you reverse engineering a day? Like all day long. It was like life or death for me because poker got shut down and I didn't have an income, and I had this crazy tuition that I was paying for out of pocket. And because I'm a Canadian citizen studying in the US, you can't really get financing for that, because I went to the US to study because of the quality of education. So yeah, it was a ton of pressure. So I was like all day edit all day long. Like I hit a ton of roadblocks on the way. It wasn't just something that I stumbled onto. Missed that my vertical mouse helping my wrists. What helped you, Cotton? Like a vertical mouse, like one of those ones you hold sideways? No, that's not what it was. In your I mean, if you guys want me to talk about it, I can. I'll let you guys in chat say like, oh, talk about carpal or don't, and I'll talk about it if you guys care. But I don't want to just talk for no reason. We're going to be Herman Miller Bros soon. Yeah, I got the sail, so I have a reason for choosing the sail over the Embody and the Aeron. I have a reason for choosing the sail. I bought the sail not because of price, although that was a consideration, but because of yeah. How many years are you reverse engineering? Like 10, over a decade, man. Call me Mac. I know it just screws me up so much. I'm still gonna call you Mac Namara, but just call you Mac. Okay, that's a deal right there, because that name kills me. It has every time I read it. 1 minute. Echelon. Key tips to stop carpal tunnel. That would be a good video. Have you played Osu? I haven't. What is Osu? Is that the music game where you follow the beats, kind of like Guitar Hero or whatever, or Dance Dance Revolution? I played Dance Dance Revolution in the past. What is Osu? I know that's Osu. Let me, before I Google this, that's a 2D like scroller, like a side-scrolling 2D game with like high animation style art. Am I? Now I Google it. Osu. Okay, what's Osu? No, it is. It's like the aim trainer. I was right. Damn it, I was right. Yeah, it's like an aim trainer basically. Osu. I see streamers play it. Super cool game, but I use what do I use? I have it on Steam. It's the Aim Labs, the free version of Aim Labs. But I don't even really use that too much. I just kind of natural aim at this point. I've been doing it so long. Like, man, I was killing it in GoldenEye. That was my Aim Labs. That thing would probably emit a lot of heat, forearm sweat everywhere. Well, so it does have a glass top, which I found really good. So, I mean, that wouldn't be an issue. In terms of heat management, I think you just have to, I think you have to, like heat management, is it going to get hot? It depends on your heat management. You have to have like the right setup in terms of heat management. Could it be? Yeah, like definitely. If you don't have the right heat management, yeah, it'll get steaming hot. But with the proper heat management, I don't see why it would. Autonomous mid-range? What's that? Autonomous mid-range. Standing desks, autonomous. Yeah, that's kind of like what I have, this autonomous desk. It's kind of like what I have. It's almost identical, actually. It's like the platform that every developer is doing now. I've had my desk for like 3 years. I love it. Buy it empty and build the PC yourself. I'm pretty sure that's how it comes, Pickles. Search them on IG. Who am I searching on IG, Luis? Yeah, long time, Rick. I don't know about all day long every single day, but let's talk about the fingers. Anybody else want to know about the fingers? Kovacs? Kovacs you have to pay for though, Rick. But Kovacs I heard is like, it destroys Aim Labs. I heard Kovacs is like the golden standard, but I'm not that serious. Hope you like my desk plans. Yep. If the thing would ever arrive. I know, the thing is so badass. Got carpal tunnel from Osu. Will you be compounding your account once you get it? I don't know what you mean by compounding it. So I'll give you guys a rundown on how I fixed my like carpal tunnel issue that I had. I think the first step in what I did is I understood the problem. So like, okay, I had mostly in my left hand. I think a lot of people get it in their right. because I've been like playing games all my life, I think my right-handed muscles are so like strong that nothing can destroy them. Because I've been like, I played Claw on GoldenEye. So anybody who's like OG gamer, I played Claw GoldenEye. So back then I was playing Claw GoldenEye and I was doing this all day long from a young age. So I think my right hand is kind of immune to any of that. However, like for me, just the right hand. So my problem existed in my left hand for my typing, like my primary typing hand, WASD, all that. You made a trade based on it and it worked out perfectly. Oh, that's cool, man. So in your hand, typically the problem with carpal tunnel and a lot of these wrist pains, like there's different areas where it can originate, but one of the big ones is in your elbow right here. So you have a tunnel. So like if you were to put your hand kind of flat like this on the underside of your arm right here. So you have like the underside of your arm, you have your elbow right there. So if you bend your elbow, you can touch the point of your elbow. There's a little tunnel between the two bones. So if you touch your elbow right here and you touch your kind of the bone, I don't know what this is called, humerus or something. I don't know. I have no idea. Just first medical term that came to my mind, humerus. That's probably like your ankle or something. I don't know what it's called. But anyways, you touch your elbow, you touch your bone that your elbow rotates on, right? In between there's like a little sleeve. They call it a tunnel. If you straighten out your arm and you start massaging inside of that area, so find it with your wrist up, find that little groove in between the bone, turn it over, let it go limp, and if you start kind of massaging in there, if your arm starts tingling, that's where the problem exists. So that's a little problem where the nerve, that's like a little tunnel in your arm where the nerves, they kind of connect. So you can kind of, like it's happening to me right now, I'm just kind of massaging in between the joint and it's tingling in my fingers, okay? What happens is when you use your hands for too long, that tunnel in there gets inflamed. So what happens is that tunnel inside of there needs to be massaged. And sometimes if you've let it go on too long, you'll feel some really, really gnarly tingling in your fingers, which even I'm feeling right now. You can stimulate the repairing of that. And again, this is not medical advice. Do this at your own risk. If you guys go and do something stupid and your arm stops working, that's on you, not me. So the way to stimulate collagen reproduction in your body is through pressure, right? So after you've massaged it for a while, take your finger and kind of just press inside of there. Not as hard as you can, but you want to get it to the point where you won't bruise it, but you want to get it to the point where you're putting a lot of pressure on it so it'll stimulate the collagen reproduction. So once you've broken it down a bit by massaging it, you can kind of feel a twang in there. Don't massage the twang to the point where you're going to break something. Obviously, that's stupid. You don't want to be putting 200 pounds of pressure, but a good amount of pressure that'll make you feel like you're breaking down the tunnel a bit. And then do some like pinpoint pressure where you're just kind of taking a finger and you're just pushing, or you're kind of just like, if I was to do it on my hand, I would just be like, that's like a light squeeze like that. I would be squeezing at a good amount. Like I can feel pressure, and that's what you want to do, because that's after you've broken down that tunnel a bit, you're going to kind of want to stimulate the collagen to start repairing it. So that is a really good way to start managing your carpal tunnel. And then getting coconut oil and kind of rubbing the joints in here is the next tunnel in your wrist. Right here, you have another tunnel, and you can tell it's a tunnel by doing this. And you'll see it moves your hand on your own. You can leave your hand limp, and you can start to control your fingers and how your fingers are going to move just by kind of massaging these joints here and pulling the tendons, and then doing massage therapy there and doing the same thing with massaging to breaking down the scar tissue, and then having that collagen by applying pressure to it, like pinpoint pressure. You don't want to bruise your muscles, but you want the collagen, and collagen reacts in your body. Collagen reacts to kind of these pressure points, right? So you want to do the same thing here, but the elbow is the big one. There's a tunnel in here that gets inflamed and builds up over time. And unless you break it down, you're going to have huge issues. And then once you stop that, you'll start to feel like, holy crap, it actually feels good. So you guys can try that if you have that problem. Let it rest for a few minutes. Just don't do any typing, and that tingling will start to relieve itself, right? And then after that, you're going to want to do your stretching. And that's a really good way. And that helped me reverse all my bad carpal that I had in my left hand. Now I can use my left hand all day long. I could play games for like 16 hours, not a problem. Arm stops working. Yep. What's your favorite stitch? I have the Holy Pandas. I like these golden yellows the most. That out of everything I've used, I like these golden yellows the most. It's a new switch by Gateron, Golden Yellows. Again, it's like a pre-oiled. Like you could get Holy Pandas and you could oil them, and I'm sure it would be good too. But I really like these. I don't want to I don't want to have to oil my switches. Like that's a job I don't want to have to go to that extent. These Golden Yellows are yellow key switches with a gold spring in it, so you don't have to take them apart to replace the spring, and they're already pre-oiled. So it's like a yellow switch with gold spring and it's pre-oiled. It's really nice. Optical? It's not an optical switch. Mouse, I use a G502, just an old guy, just your old wired G502. Nothing fancy for the mouse. I've considered fancy mice, but I like my G502. Pretty decent. I'm studying for physiotherapy while Bitcoin is rising. Yeah. I mean, guys, that helped me, guys and girls, that helped me control my carpal tunnel to the point where it was like I couldn't sleep, to being fully production, like I'm fully productional. Like I've never had carpal tunnel a day in my life. So it's valuable information for sure, for if it applies to you. That will be like a huge help to your wrist. Watching beginner's course, it's excellent. Thanks, man. I mean, we're just chilling on Bitcoin now at this point. We gonna look at stocks today? I don't think so. No stocks. Gonna do stocks tomorrow. Stocks is such a big beast that like we're gonna, you know, mark things over time and follow it. But until my accounting's set up, or if we're not taking trades on stocks, like we got to be careful with that, because it's you know, we could get into like 500 tickers and there'd be no point in doing them. We just kind of waste our time and work there. So new schedule's coming out today for the month of February. We've got some announcements on there. So month of February, new schedule's coming out today. Huge video coming out this weekend on bots. I'm going to be in production on it all week long to make sure it's pretty good. Yeah. And then streaming every day. It is definitely boring. I'm remastering the beginner's course to shorter videos. No, I didn't touch GME. How's GME doing? Is it still plummeting? Kind of yes and no. What AMC? This thing's still death? Kind of. Just like whatever. Yeah, I just do all my charting without drawing levels, Larkin. I'm at that level where it's I don't have to really draw levels. Yep. You like the long form video, so I'm leaving the long form up. I'm gonna have both, because I think there's people like exactly with that same sentiment. There's people who like the long form and there's people who like the short form. Some people learn better with a slower pace, and some people get too bored and need the faster pace. So I think that's like a really big advantage of having two beginners courses, like a current version that's remastered, 8 to 10 minute videos on each topic, gets through it quick. You might not be the same comprehension of knowledge, and it might be a little more for a different audience, but I think there's two different vehicles to learn in, and I think people kind of fit into either. But then you get to future of trading, and it's so in depth that you know you would be applicable for either way. But at least for the beginners and advanced videos, because it's a starting point for people, I think there's a lot of value in having like a condensed 8 to 10 minute video version per video, and then also to have like the hour-long videos that I already have for people who do like that slower comprehension. I'm somebody who learns based on slower comprehension, but I can also keep up with a faster comprehension too. But I prefer slower as well. But then it takes a lot for me to want to learn something, because my brain power goes to other things. So it's just like, yeah. What do you mean? I swear to God, Lizard Bank. I've answered this like 3 times today. I swear to God, you're going on the chopping block. First it was turtles, now it's lizards. It's always the amphibians that are asking me these questions. Just go watch the replay, man. There's someone named Turtle something who asked the same question earlier, and now it's a lizard. Like I said, just watch the yep. Go watch the replay and tell the other lizards and the turtles that they forgot to do their job. I did that, but I'm done with FOT now, so. What degree do you have? So I have a double major and a bachelor. Okay, I can't say this for some reason. Double majors, and I studied my master's in architecture. I have 2 diplomas, wait, how do I say this properly? I have 2 degrees, 3 diplomas. You know what? I don't know how to say it properly. Microcomputer system tech, 2 years in that, 2 years in software development, 4 years in new media engineering, 5 years in computer sciences, and 6 years in architecture. There you go. Total time, 11 years. 3 diplomas. There we go. Said it properly. Not technically 3 diplomas because one's a double major. ETA and the rework courses sometime this month. February, maybe March. March is going to be the absolute latest. By March 31st, it'll be out. You'll watch the replay? Okay. It's just because someone with the name of Turtle came in here earlier and asked the same question. I swear to God, the same person comes in here and asks the same question every day, and I always answer them. Named Turtle, or it was different turtles, and that's why I said now the lizards are asking. It's in the replay, dude. It's in this video in the replay. I just simply say like 6 years in computer sciences and 5 years in architecture, or vice versa, whichever way you want to see it, as there a little shared curriculum there. So when it comes to education, just continue it, man. Don't put your life on hold because I'm releasing 8-minute videos. Go back and rewatch those 8-minute videos. Get past beginners and advanced, and go into future of trading. What is this? Where's my perpetuals chart? This is not it. Oops, we don't want to move that. Yeah, really, you know what we're doing right now, guys, is we're waiting for, we could check out a few commodities while we wait, but we're waiting for the corporate accounting to be set up. That's really what we're doing right now. Hopefully, day by day we wait. Make your own trading bot. Been working on one for 2 years, yacht. I have a video coming out about it this weekend. Good evening from India. Hey, man. What idea where currency pairing is going to next? The index? No, I don't do that. I just use the technicals, man. I don't think there's value in doing the indexes. Oh God, what's our ticker? I thought it was CL1. Here we go. Did we not chart this? Did it not save? I'm sure we did CL1. Where's our crude oil ticker? Is it this? No. So where's our crude oil ticker? What did we do for crude oil? I thought it was CL1. I swear it was CL1. What am I smoking? What is this? Where's our... Like, we already did these. Okay, you know what? Maybe we didn't. I'm sure we did, but... yeah, we did do these. I wonder where the hell is CL1? Do we do this? No. Where's our CL1 ticker? I'm sure it was just CL1. It wasn't this CL1. It was crude oils. You know what? What if I just type oil? Did I do one of these charts? I did do one of these charts. I didn't do actual CL1. God damn it. 6107. Okay. Close enough. And then, so what did I do for natural gas then? Oh God. I have a little note here. Oh, I did US oil. I have a note. I did US oil. There we go. Okay, I did US oil. Why the hell did I put CL1 as the ticker? Because I did the non-futures chart. Okay, so we're gonna put this in brackets so we don't do this again. This is US oil. That's why I didn't do NG1. That's fine. We can do both. It's the same chart anyways. NG1. So what did I do for natural gas? Let's just type in natural gas. I would have done it on like the what would I have done this on? God damn it. Why did I do this? Why didn't I just do straightforward tickers? Probably would have done this, right? Yeah, I did. Okay, that's good. NG. Okay, that's fine. We're back on track. NO. Sugar. SB, sugars, futures. I didn't do futures on this. I literally did NO. Where's the NO chart? Sugar, USD, cane. I swear to God, I just did NO. I thought for sure that was a ticker. NO. Is it NO1? No. Okay, looks like we're trying to find what we did for sugar too. Jesus, why did I mistype these things? So this one, and I had a reason why I did this too, like this. I had a reason because it was the, damn it. What did I do for sugar? I recorded the wrong ticker because I recorded it off of the actual screen on my other monitor, not the TradingView ticker. Now I can't remember what the ticker is for sugar. Is it cane? Oh, no, it's not this. Apparently it is. So we did cane. Okay. Have I ever thought of streaming some gaming? Yeah. I don't have time to game anymore, man. Maybe one day when the channel grows a little bit, I'll do some kind of like variety streaming gaming. Toss on some Escape from Tarkov or whatever I decide to play at that time. Everyone go out after the stream and tell this is the best place for YouTube education. Yes. How does it work, AI? Yeah, I did get a degree in computer science, Luigi. My diploma is somewhere back there. That black guy up there is my diploma. Yeah, not taking it down. Too lazy. But that the black guy is one of them, and then the other ones are tucked away in a drawer. I just like that display case. Couldn't find the oil one. Yeah, so oil is US oil or CL1. It is the same chart. Who cannot afford your patron content? Containment? Content. CL futures. No way, just noticed that Moonday title. I'm all in for Doge. Yeah, man. That's the oil chart I have on my watch list. Yeah. You already quadrupled on Doge. Nice, man. Congrats. Your broker has limited coins, so I stick to BTC. Yeah, you only really need to trade BTC USDT and nothing else. You're heavy into Tarkov? I'm decent at Tarkov, man. Like I played a game last night with one of my IRL buddies, and I used an SVD and killed level 45 on woods and a level 48 and then a level 13. It was like a 5 PMC kill run, and I just loaded in with a an SVD in level 2. But I was hitting necks and heads, thoraxes and heads. I took out all their gear, level 5 stuff. Full kits. They had some car batteries in there, which I need for one of my quests right now. Found in raid car batteries. They had some nice what is that gun? It's like the DMRs, like fully kitted DMRs. They took all the attachments off their guns, got their level 5 armors. One in level 2 came out of God. Anyways, that was it was about a 600 or 700k run, so it was good. It was good. When in a pleb came out of God. So what's lumber mill, man? Everybody's going lumber mill, and you just land your shots. And I've got some pretty decent aim. I've got headshot auto lock aim, so I use like SVDs, SKSs. I could use work on my spray control, but I don't use those too much because I usually land my one taps pretty good. I was an opper in CS, so I got a decent flick to me, pretty accurate. So yeah, like I said, one in a pleb came out of God. Best is when you melt through their armor like butter. It's all about ballistics in that game. Just put the right ammo in and an SVD and just a level 6 to the head, and or six to the head all across the board. Like if you're into Tarkov, then you need to be. I'll link this in chat for you. You need to be. Actually, you know what? I'll bring it up on screen because you probably already have it. But changes you have may not be safe. That's okay. We can come back to Kane. We're doing important stuff right now. You need to be looking at your ballistics chart to make sure you're using the right ammo. This is like the biggest thing in the in Tarkov. Like you need to be using ammo that's like, where's the SVD ammo? SVD is right here, 7.62 by 5.4 if I remember. So I use 7 and 3.7s. It doesn't matter where you hit them. You're 6 across the board. So you're taking someone's life if you hit them in the head. So you just land your shots. It doesn't matter if they're level 5 or 6. Sometimes it won't pen a level 6 depending on where you hit. But like, yeah, ballistics is everything for this game. Okay, let's get back to commodities. You guys are making me want to play Tarkov now and turn into a Tarkov stream. Okay, what's next here? BTC looks like it's going to make a move right now. Yeah, I mean, it's holding trend right now pretty well, right? So your buy on this thing would have been, well, you could have had trend right here and your buy would have been on trend right now. So we're going to see. It's still ladder. It's in between a ladder up and down right now. So it's going to break one side or the other. Ballistics are huge. It's everything. People think it's like all about the gun. It's not. You can use an SKS, which is like a dog gun. And I've put down people in level 5 armor with like full kits, like $1 million kits on them, level 5 armor with the SKS and with the right ballistics and a 1-to-1. Just tap them in the head. Bye. It's like it does. And I'll go into raids with like level 2, level 3 armor because I'm cheap. If I go on a scav and take out a level 2 armor, trust me, that's going in with my SKS or my SVD. Level 2 helmet, level 2 armor, and we're going. So what rank were you in CS? DMG. I got DMG after my first 2 weeks and I held DMG. And it was solo too. I didn't have anybody carrying me. I learned the game on my own. I had one friend helping me, and that's it. Like explaining things to me, but that's it. Okay, what are we doing next on commodities? I know. So we got RB1. Let's take a look at RB1 here. Make sure gasoline futures is going to be similar to crude, but not quite. It's going to be a different chart. Okay, so we got a target on gasoline coming up. So we're definitely going to be looking at this. So I am going to mark this for follow-up because this could be a pretty good short coming in. We got to have like some kind of, I've got to make something, like make a little program or something here that can keep my tickers, and I could just click something and like mark it for follow-up or something for myself here. GC1. Gold futures, GC1. I haven't touched this. I'm doing this off stream. I still haven't done it. And we're skipping gold futures. Corn, CC1. Corn broke trend. Okay. Yep. We're chilling on corn. ZW1. Also, by the way, for you gamers out there like me, this keyboard that I built, freaking amazing for games too. Like, holy crap, talk about a smooth experience. So it looks like wheat we're looking to rebuy. Wheat kind of broke its range here, so I don't know if we're going to get a rebuy on wheat. So that's fine. Not really looking at wheat then. ZS1, soy. I was hoping it wouldn't break its range. And okay, so what happened with soy? Okay, this is back in November that happened, so it held its range. And now we are looking at possibly testing here on soy. So what did we mark on this? Some type of daily range. Okay, that's fine. So soy, we're looking for a short on soy. We need to follow soy because this is getting close to target too. So this will be a trade we look at taking. Silver, we're already down silver. We don't care about silver, but we're just going to check it just to check it out. Silver, yeah, good, cool, chilling. CT1. Cotton futures coming to target. So this requires follow-up as well. CT1, okay. Cocoa, so CC, Cocoa futures. Oh no, not CC2, CC1. Okay, you know what? Cocoa futures. Okay, I don't know why I said it like that. That's fine. We're losing our mind. Cocoa futures. No, there won't be a short on cocoa. AA and AHC. So that's American aluminum, not AAL. AAC, AHC. No, American aluminum. I think American Airlines, not AAL. There's an aluminum ticker that I want to look at. I swear to God, it's AA. Is it Alcoa? Yep, it's Alcoa. Okay, so this is an aluminum manufacturer, I believe, Alcoa. Yeah, this is American. This is this the American one? I can't remember. This is either American or Chinese. One is a Chinese. Okay, there's nothing here. Anyways, okay, that's fine. AHC. Is it AHC or ACH? ACH. ACH. Aluminum Corporate. Okay, this is of wait, what is that? ACH. Wait, it's up here. China. Okay, so China and the US. Yeah, what are you on about, Siri? What? Fight the power, hack the system. Jesus, I need Zero Cool to like come and fix my phone. Or what's Jolie's character name? Something Poison or Override or Overdrive? Doesn't matter. You guys don't know what I'm talking about. Some of you might, but that's fine. Like I said, Zero Cool needs to come fix my phone so Siri doesn't bother me. Okay, follow up. ACH. X. Are you serious? My phone, Siri's popping off. Steal. Interesting. This needs follow up for sure. We need to follow up on steel closely. Iron. That's what we need. You know what we need? We need because I'm hammering through these things pretty fast, and I plan on hammering through like 200 tickers a day when we actually start. Like 30 minutes, 200 tickers, like boom, 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 boom. I need to make a program that everybody can connect to my hive mind, my brain. I won't, but that would be a cool idea, and just make a program where everybody can connect to me and I can just follow up, click this, click that, different color codes, different coding schemes. I wouldn't do that though, because that's just kind of like, yeah, you guys do your own work. I ain't doing it for you. But yeah, that would be super cool. Iron on the London stock. This one here. Well, this is getting close to a move too, iron. Oh, we have another iron ticker too. What else do we have on iron? Is it EGX? No. IROG? Surprisingly, there's no IROG. It's not Iron Mountain. I know I've considered this, but it's not Iron Mountain. So it's just iron. Okay. We'll mark this follow-up. Nickel. Nickel still flying, still holding its trend. Not even touching this thing. But when it breaks trend, we can look for a pullback back down to this right here, down to 882, possibly. I need to look at this more. Obviously, that's really ignorant to make that kind of call out that soon in the move, but maybe like 920. Not worth looking at. Okay. Nice quick look on commodities for the day. Done that. You don't cover any BTC futures tips here. That's Butterfly. I mean, I don't think futures has tips. Like if you want to say like, oh, there's tips or whatever, like there's tips. Like I don't think you can look at futures like that. You have to have the kind of the whole sandwich, not just the sauce. You know what I mean? You can't really have any tips that will just be like, oh, here's some tips on trading futures. You kind of need to understand it at a much deeper level. What other games do I play? I've dabbled in everything. What's your PUBG name? I used to play PUBG. Like, I haven't played PUBG. I played it when it first came out, and I haven't touched PUBG in like 4 years, maybe. It's been a long time. Last time I played PUBG was like 2 houses ago. So how long was that? Like maybe 5 years ago? 4 years ago? Something like that. Well, I played PUBG when it first came out, and I didn't play after that. Follow dollar commodity correlations. Could have major effects on commodities. No, I don't follow that. I just literally chart the charts and then take those trades. You would have been a professional gambler if it was not for the ban. Yep, Black Friday, I was a professional poker player. And I would have been an architect if poker never shut down. The plan was to be a professional poker player, and I was going to school to become an architect because I figured once poker ran dry, then because I knew like with things like Poker Snowy on the rise and things like that, like the game was getting cracked, and people still play profitably. You got like Lex Veldhouse and great streamers out there. Spraggy or whatever his name is, and Lex, and who's that other guy I follow? There's a couple of streamers I follow for poker because I still love poker. I love watching it, but I haven't played it in like 10 years. But with the exception of like booting up the odd game at Christmas time to just play for like a few days of fun off stream on my own. Yeah, the plan was to be architecture once poker got cracked, because I was making a great living in poker, and Black Friday happened, poker got shut down, and I had to pay for education in some way because I was in the middle of schooling. I was in university, paying for it by poker, and yeah, it was just the next logical thing. How do you click buttons online and make money? So the stock market. So then I started there. Trading is much harder than poker. Poker is easy. Poker is a game of variables that exist like a certain amount. Poker is like a 1 out of 10 compared to trading. Trading is way harder. But trading is also, day trading controls the world. The stock market controls the world. It's above presidency, right? Like there's nothing bigger than day trading in our world. Not a single thing. Not Hollywood actors, not US presidents. There's nothing bigger than day trading. Day trading is literally the cusp of it all. So for me, it was a challenge of being in the biggest field. Poker is like miles easier. Figure out GTO and ICM and some things in poker, and you even have programs like Poker Snowy that's cracked poker, basically making the most optimal plays. Like poker's simple. It's a game of statistics that have an end to it, as to where day trading is evolving every single day. There's new things happening every single day in day trading, and it's constantly evolving, has been forever. There's a core science it's used, and that science is evolving. And we're not even scratching the surface on where day trading could go yet. I have so much stuff I could still talk about that I don't yet. And I'll leave that for the future. But there's so much still to be done. Poker is like poker. Yeah, poker is gone. Poker is an old man now. Poker is like about to be extinct. No, that's not in the way of like people can't make an income and play it. Poker is booming right now in that way because it's starting to come back into the US states. But in terms of the game being figured out, it's an old man. Like it's past its life. Poker is figured out. Now you've got PLO, and that'll be figured out one day because there's just an amount of variables that can exist, and that's it. Day trading is still a baby. It's not even crawling yet. Day trading is just still in its infancy. We still think technical analysis is what day trading is. Like we have comparative analysis, which is what I do, that's coming out, and like it's still a baby. Day trading is not even walking yet. This market can't be cracked because it's constantly evolving. This market can't be cracked and forever solved. The dollar DXY, I can take a look at it. You seem like a pretty cool dude, Kim Jong-un. You seem pretty chill, so I'll definitely check it out for you, man. Day trading is can never be figured out. There's a core set of rules, and well, whatever this is, I've done it apparently. Whatever these squiggles are, I've done this. I don't know how long ago, but my levels were good. Well, this would have been back in I don't even know when I would have used these colors. I would have used this around here. So back in like 2018, I would have done this chart. This is old. Yeah, it's holding its range. It actually just hit our level that we marked a couple years ago. I have these like charts hidden deep away in TradingView that I worked on years ago that, Jesus, this is old. I don't even know what this even means. Probably just some random scribbles that I did back when I was trying to figure things out. Well, that's not true because I would have had them already, most of the stuff already figured out, just something I was testing. I don't even know. This just looks like garbage to me. But anyways, it's there. Yeah, it hit its target. Apparently it just hit its target. So hopefully that answers your question without me even drawing a chart on this. Kim Jong-un, if this, if this is the science is being followed, like, yeah, I mean, it just hit my level perfectly. So maybe not perfectly, but pretty damn close. I could give a quick overview on this though. Yeah, day trading is not it's still a baby. There's so much I could still talk about that I've never mentioned. There's so much to these formulas that I just haven't given to the world yet, but including butterfly effect, by the way. Butterfly effect is only half done, and including that statement, when butterfly effect is still done, there's still lots more that I have to talk about. That I make those decisions every day, and month by month I come across that kind of apex in my mind where it's, do I talk about this or do I not? Do I put this out in the world or do I not? For now, Future of Trading is free, which is a very rudimentary course in kind of the grand scheme of things, but yet at the same time allows people to build careers. So, I come to that decision every day. Do I keep giving my secrets away, basically, is what it boils down to. So far, the answer has been yes, but, I don't know. How far do I take that? Yeah, I mean, this is simply laddering off its range, right? Like, you've got bottom here, you've got this here. It's just simply laddering off its range, right? Like, this would have broken trends to retest its range. So like, you would have something like this. We're on the weekly. That's fine. We can use the weekly to here. This would have been your first trend, right? That would have been your first trend. Make sure we're not missing anything on the monthly. We are. Son of a bitch. It's here. I figured there wouldn't be a monthly trend there. See, even I'm wrong sometimes. I just assume there wouldn't be. This to that right here is your next trend. Come on, right there, which got tested right there, and is seeing if it can hold right now. It's not quite there. It's holding its range, which puts it right here, was what it will go after next. It'll go after, it'll go after this next, which it held. So this can just be deleted off the chart, and it's simply laddering off this range right here because it hasn't gotten to its trend that it needs to test yet. And then it would have used this to break its move, its current move. It would have used this, which would have broke its current move, which would have been right here. So you can see the breakdown of the move happen. Not much, this very straightforward chart. And then it's just simply laddering off this range right here, like kind of like what we talked about earlier. If you were just as simple enough to say, oh, as long as it stays over this, it's still laddering up. So could you not just set like a buy area, something like that, like kind of over top of it? Now, this is not how I trade, nor would I recommend people trade. Just to make a quick example, like it's simply laddering right now. It's simply using the local range to ladder the move off of larger trends. So yeah, I don't really have too much of an opinion on DXY. Decent buy existed. The buy is already gone. I wouldn't be buying this now. I think the risk is too high. But I'm also like so picky about my trades that unless I get it to the cent, I don't even want to touch it, because I'm at a point in my trading career where it's like I either get it to the cent or I just don't even care, because there's 1,000 other things I could just chart and trade, and just give me a chart, and if it looks smart, I'll just take a trade. And if I get the extreme bottom, and then I'll be in the trade and I'll see where it goes, and I can manage my trade from there. But I'm always in profits, so then it doesn't really matter where it goes. It could be a neutral position where I stop loss where I entered, or it could just fly and I could just leave it, kind of thing. So that's just my take on this. Is like, it's still within reason to buy, I suppose, and it's laddering its move, but it also laddered on this side, so I'd be careful. Thanks for the 2, man. Oh man, you guys can't see. I did that whole spiel. We can't see. You guys had to flag me with a donation for that. That's the trick. Here, I'll bring up the chart. I went through the whole thing and deleted all the lines. I'll go through the important part. Oh man, you guys missed a little piece of gold there. I did like 10 or 15 levels. Whoops. Oh shit. The important part about that whole thing, I guess, was that it's simply laddering off of this right here. So if you could be as simple as to say, oh, just hold a theory that this thing could still ladder and just set a zone to buy, although I don't use zones. Yikes, this stream has gone downhill. This is going down real fast, guys. This will be the last day I ever stream. This thing is gone. We are so cooked out, it's not even funny. Continent is finest. You could just even expand this. So the important part about this is like you're really just looking to create a ladder here. It's like here's the bottom, and just set a zone to buy above it, and you're just simply holding your ladder on the move. And I'll draw one trend that I had. There's a trend inside of here that's it's a little. I'll just pin it to this candle because it's actually inside of here. That's like this that it is trying to hold right now, which evolves to this right here, and that's the other part of it that was missed. Which is just testing the smaller part of this to get your perfect buy kind of thing. So then something like this. No chart on screen, boss. Yikes. Fun. It's funny that people are saying silver is the next GME. Yeah, it's a little brain numbing to me to wake up every day on Twitter and see, oh, silver is trending. BTC gone. Well, the stream has now hit a new dark point. But yeah, I come to that decision every day. Like, what do I keep releasing, right? Like, do I keep going? All the knowledge missed. Well, at least we got the Tarkov's ballistics charts up in the chat for people. Who cares about making money when you got the ballistics chart, right? Oh. Okay, let's check NRVA again. I'm curious. The Austin stock, NRVA. Dude, what is wrong with me today? NRVA. Did I mistype this again? NVRA? Oh, I swear to God. It's a Monday. What the hell is the ticker? I call it the Austin ticker. I can't even. I swear to God, it's like NRVA or NVRA. NVRA. It's not this. NRVA. Guys, I'm so gone. It's not even funny. Part of the intricacies of futures that you were able to discuss in a matter of 3 minutes. Butterfly effect, one word. RNVA. There we go. This stream is going to end real soon. I'm done being everybody else's entertainment. God damn, that was a good trade. Up 26% so far, and this thing keeps going. Like, holy crap, this is going to be I'm going to go to my bank and I'm going to take my replayer to them and I'm going to say, look, I was going to be in this trade and you guys made me miss it because you're stupid feet dragging. Like, I know it's COVID and all, but stop being lazy. Like, let's get our jobs done, get my corporate accounting set up, because like this is crazy. It's a moon day. Please keep going. I'm so cooked. I'm done in like 2 minutes. Entertainment factor. Yeah, this is going on a highlights reel. It's straight to the reel. Clip it and ship it. Really make this thing fly. We'll do Ripple. Bleep it and sheep it. Ripple going like right here, 32 cents maybe. Maybe not that low. Oh, let's check Ethereum while we're at it. Why not? Nothing to look at here. What else do we want to check? You know what I'm expecting to be a huge trade? I don't even want to tell you. I'm not, you know what? No. Yeah, no. Scholarship opportunity. I took the scholarship down. I did one scholarship for one student and took it down. I simply don't have time right now to do mentorship with anybody, and scholarship was to be a part of mentorship. So I did that for one person, and then that's it. I just don't have the time anymore. So for now, it's gone. Good old magnet tool. Yeah, well. Starting not on screen, can you tell us? I'll tell you this, go butterfly effect. It's worth it. There's your hot take. You guys need to grow the channel. Help me grow the channel. Start spreading the word even more. Whatever you're doing, spread it even more. Because at 50K, we get Blueprint. So like, Next course is coming free as soon as we hit 50K. That's the big brain play. That way you don't have to do anything. Just help me grow the channel and get this information out there. And then that's the big brain information play, because then you get a whole course. And Blueprint is like almost as big as Future of Trading. And Blueprint is like the turning point for a lot of traders. Blueprint is like that. You think of Blueprint and you think of like mixing M8 and technical analysis and creating something called procedural analysis. So this is like the next piece to unlock where you're breaching past technical and mental analysis is procedural analysis, which is the execution of trades, which is the layer of how do I make money, right? You sum it all up into one question. How do I make money? That's procedural analysis. That's the execution layer. That's the actual execution of trades and how to manage them. And that's everything that is what I call the procedural layer, or procedural, the execution layer, which is procedural analysis, is Blueprint. And that's coming free on YouTube as soon as we hit our goal. So that's like the big play right there, because then you guys have like months and months and months of videos every single day uploaded, just like Future of Trading was and still is. I got to release a Future of Trading today. I've been slacking on that because of the streams. So we're going to go get off here in a minute and release a Future of Trading. Like one video a week or something like that. Blueprint will be like a couple videos a week. Saving, cotton saving. Yeah. Yeah, once we hit 50K subscribers on YouTube, Blueprint's coming out for free. I guess I should make another video about that because a lot of people don't know that. You know, it's a course that I charge 10K for, but we're just releasing it to the world for free once we hit 50K subscribers. And not that that's like a play on like YouTube money, because I make like $1 an hour doing YouTube. It's not worth my time, but I do it because I love this stuff and I love helping people. So it's not like a YouTube play. But I do want a certain amount of people to be exposed to this science before I release such a valuable course. Kind of like a YouTube hack that's been floating around. If you make posts and polls in the community tab. So I've been making some posts in the community tab, but I should make polls. I kind of leave that for like important stuff. Like I'm going to make another post in there today with a February schedule. Yeah, okay, that's good. That's good advice, Kim Jong-un. That's really good advice. I'll start being more interactive with the community tab. I didn't know that. It's probably some way integrated with their algorithm of how they advertise viewers. Thank you for gifting 10K worth of content again. Yep, no problem, man. Will BE ever be free? No. Yes, I don't know. I'm not sure, man. Probably not, but I don't have a crystal ball. I do with the charts only. My crystal ball only works on stock charts, and that's it. Man, there's a chart I really want to share with you guys, but I'm not going to. Yeah, Kim Jong-un. Yeah. I know, Mac. I saw it too. Don't worry. So I'm assuming the looking forward to the Patreon upload. Yep, it's coming today, Elijah. I went to bed at like 6 p.m. last night, so yeah, it was an early night. We gotta go. We gotta go release Future of Trading. Thanks so much for tuning in today, guys. Future of Trading going to be released in like 20 minutes. 10 a.m. release today for it, not 9 a.m. because the stream went longer than it was supposed to, but that's okay. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, and see you guys tomorrow morning.